We'll see you then.
Svetlana Baitova, the Soviet Union in floor exercise.
The Soviets are always great on this event. They're so expressive, and I love the way they interpret the music. Full twisting double back. They really have a feel for the music. Very dramatic. Full and have to step out. Go to a double full. It's a pretty pass. Finishes with a tuck double back. A little awkward on the landing. Pretty routine.
Svetlana Baitova, the Soviet Union.
And again, this is their start-off batter. Very capable of starting with a high score and, of course, building to none other than the 10.
I was kidding earlier that that's what Angela Lansbury looked like when she was Baitova's age. What do you think?
This is a nice pass. Full and a half to a step out. Due to a double twist. It's not the most difficult pass, but it's a nice combination.
And 9-8-3-7 for Baitova. So as you said, the leadoff hitter doing the job for the Soviet Union. Meanwhile, Li Yan of China on bars.
Interesting to note, the Chinese actually beat Romania on the balance beam. Nice work here. Good full caress, right into a reverse hex. Again, those are ways to get the bonus points, combining the difficult skills, one right after the other. Circle giant. Tuck double flyway. Hop back. That will be the deduction in that machine.
The Yan of China.
The Chinese always look so pretty on the uneven bars because of their body line. It's so straight. Straight handstand. Good alignment. Just two giant full turns right into a reverse hex. Combination of good difficulty.
And Li Yan's score not yet announced. Meanwhile, the Romanians, who have done a brilliant job. You're looking at Eugenia Popa, waiting for her second ball. 9-8-5 on her first ball.
Now keep in mind, at the same time, the Americans are over on the balance beam.
This is Lacromora Philippe, and not Popa.
And she missed that ball to handspring front. Fairly easy vault for the Romanians. I'm surprised.
That's right, Kathy. Most of the Romanians are using the laid-out Yurchenko full.
Li Yan, incidentally, who we saw on bars a minute ago, 9-8-7-5.
You're right, Bart. She does the handspring front tuck, which has now been upgraded so that it's worth a 9.9. But still, it's not as difficult as the other vaulters are doing at that level.
She will have another 9-2-2-5 for Lacromia Philippe. Kim Kelly had a problem on beam, and here is what happened to her.
Layout, layout, pass. It was completely off. She didn't even get her second foot off. Really sad.
Philippe's second vault.
Handspring front with a half, a much better vault and a more difficult vault. That was a handspring front tuck with a half twist, so it's worth a 10.0 and will be judged from there.
Alicia Dudnik, who despite 3 10s in the competition, 1 in the compulsories and 2 in the optionals, still may not make the best 3 of the Soviets. That's how well they've been going in this competition.
Just opened with a pike, full twisting double back. And it does remind me of Olga Korbut back in 1972. She ended up winning 2 events there, but didn't make the all-around final, but became famous nonetheless.
She had a 10 in this discipline in the compulsory.
Nice pass. 2.5 twist, punch front.
They all have that sense of ballet, too, don't they?
Very much so. This is why Soviets have always been my favorite team, or at least one of my favorites.
Next to the Americans, yes.
Of course.
She really is a treat to watch. The presentation is so dramatic and so elegant.
What's good about this team is they leave no stones unturned. They work on everything. Good body movement. They get their entire body into the floor routine, into the music. They're very expressive. Tuck double back. Very dramatic routine. Beautiful.
Just terrific. Alicia Dudnik of the Soviet Union.
Now, she scored a 10 in the compulsory competition. If she scores a 10 on this, this will be the first 20 compulsory and optional together in the competition thus far. I think Nadia Comaneci was the first gymnast to score a 20 in the 76 Olympics for her uneven bars.
Did either of you see that she missed anything in this routine?
You can always pick a routine to pieces, particularly here in slow motion.
Yeah, you can
You
find
see
little
slight
form
legs
breaks
apart.
here and there.
These are hard to see in regular time. And also, what's really important, the judges now can take, at least in the women's side, can take a 0.5 of a point deduction. Whereas before, they either had to decide whether to take a full 10th, or if they didn't think it was big enough, they wouldn't take any.
9.95 is her score, so they did see a couple of little flaws and did deduct that, but not too bad. Still plenty more to come from the World Championships here in Stuttgart, and we'll have more right after this.
It started in Japan in 1907 and became one of the most respected automobile companies in the world, Daihatsu. Introducing Daihatsu for 1990. Now arriving at your local Daihatsu dealer. The economical 3-door hatchback, the distinctively styled 4-door sedan, the exciting Rocky 4x4 soft top, and the dynamic Rocky hardtop. Daihatsu, one of the most respected names in Japan for over 80 years. Daihatsu.
Over 500,000 times tonight, we'll be delivering in 30 minutes or less. Sometimes we even arrive a little early. So tonight, call us, because nobody delivers better than Domino's Pizza. Call Domino's Pizza right now and get 2 hot pizzas for 1 hot price. Nobody delivers better, so call now.
Meanwhile, floor exercise, Lashenova, who at the risk of being redundant has also had a brilliant evening here with a 10 in the vault, a 9.95 on bars, and a 9.962 on beam.
Now this is detail. Watch her facial expression. Double layout, back handspring, straddle jump, punch front. Tumbles back the other way, through to a double back. That's more difficulty in her first pass than most people have in their entire routine. If I were her, I'd stop right there.
And just take your 10, go home, right?
This really is amazing. But what's so nice, on top of all the difficulty, the toe point, the execution, the perfect form. Whip back through to a double back. She's now done the equivalent of 2 routines. We'll see what she has in store for the last tumbling run. A double back. And another perfect landing. Beautiful. Now this is where You won't see a 10. I can almost guarantee it, because the one preceding her is a 9.95. Where do you go? I'd give her a 10.5.
I'll tell you, they're applauding it on press row here. Paul Ziert, man who's seen it all, hadn't he, Bart? Next to me applauding.
It was a terrific exercise. It's interesting to note, though, she cowboys her double backs really wide. Now, the judges have the option of taking that deduction. It's an accepted technique, but it certainly isn't that pretty.
I agree with you, Bart.
Meanwhile, Silivash on the vault, and we've been talking about all the people who've been having great meets here. Silivash is having a great meet also.
She does a Yurchenko full twist. Now, a lot of people get higher than this on this vault, but she gets quite a bit of distance.
We're going to go back to Svetlana Bugunskaya.
Now, this is some fun choreography. Pike full in.
I will tell you, Silivash a 9.95, and she has another vault coming.
Full in, half twist, step out. Through to a double twist. Very different choreography than the other Soviets. Finishes with a tuck double back. Nice double turn to end the routine with.
Crowd likes this one, Bugunskaya of the Soviet Union. And one is just better than the next.
It's hard to believe that year after year for the past, I don't know how many years, the Soviets have turned out these gymnasts time and time again.
9.962 for Silivash on her second vault. So she continues to have a brilliant competition here.
It's great to see Bogunskaya performing at such a high level, because 3 days after the Olympics in Seoul, her coach, Miromanova, Lubov Miromanova, died mysteriously. And it had a tremendous effect on Bogunskaya. And of course, it's exciting to see that she's back and she looks terrific here at the World Championship.
Oh, what a sad story.
And a 10 for Bogunskaya.
The judges knew what they were doing. They were saving it.
If you shower with soap, this is what you're missing.
Zestfully clean.
Never before. Never with soap.
Zestfully clean. You're not fully clean unless you're zestfully clean.
Soap leaves a sticky film behind, but Zest rinses clean away. Zest deodorant lathers you clean, then rinses you cleaner. With Zest, you feel cleaner because you are cleaner.
Zestfully, zestfully, zestfully clean. You're not fully clean unless you're zestfully clean.
ESPN gives you a spectacular courtside view of NCAA basketball, slam-jammed with color and excitement. Check out the sparkling sights and sounds of electrifying shootouts all season long.
Big play, get a TO, baby!
4-2 alley-oop.
It's awesome! What a count of the way!
The excitement begins as top teams battle at the Dodge NIT starting Wednesday, November 15th at 7:30 Eastern, live on ESPN.
The United States, who just completed her routine on the balance beam here on videotape, a portion of that.
She was so solid on this routine. Round up back handspring, double back, the one step on the landing, scored a 9.9.
She is really having the event of a lifetime for her.
I would have to say so, and I'm sure she would agree. This is the best I've ever seen her look. She has really worked hard.
Final Soviet performer on floor, Olga Strajeva. Bugunskaya having just scored a 10 in the same event. Lashenova having a brilliant performance just before her. Hard to find any place that's up.
Very strong music, strong movement. Laid out 1 and 3. Beautiful. That's a tough pass. Last tumbling run. Double back. Interesting choreography.
Olga Strajeva. And look at her teammates. They're loose now. They know they've won this competition. They've had one excellent performance in floor exercise after another. Leshenova and Buginskaya embrace her. Look at the American team. Good news, bad news for the Americans tonight. Brandy Johnson on the balance beam, recorded a moment ago.
Nice Diamondov on the balance beam.
9-9-8-7, the score given to Strajeva of the Soviet Union, the same score that Leshenova had. And Buginskaya with the perfect 10.
Brandy's under a lot of pressure here. She's had 2 misses in the competition. It's tough to end up on balance beam. 2 back handsprings, lay out, step out. It's a major break. She saves the ball, but it's still a major break. It's 4-10 for the point stop.
You were saying earlier that this apparatus, above all, after you've had a tough competition, is extremely difficult.
It's hard to get your confidence back. Gainer layout, step out. But as I said earlier, Brandy has done so much for USA Gymnastics. She's done so well. She won the American Cup, the USA Championships, 5 gold medals in East Germany. Unheard of for an American to do that. And she's caught the attention of everyone around the world. It's just unfortunate she's having a bad meet here.
But this meet is not over for her, for any of these competitors. Still a long way to go. This is just the team competition.
Exactly. She's made a great contribution to the team effort. Her score is counted in many instances as the high score. Double back dismount, trouble on the landing. And of course, the major break in the middle of the routine.
And a look at Brandy Johnson, and it has not been the most pleasant of evenings for her, but she will have other moments, and Bart Connor has headed for the corner of this Hans Martin Schleyer Halle, and we will try to get a word with Brandy Johnson if we can when we come back right after this.
Dan Burns.
When we advertise a car in the newspaper, you might notice that actually the price is a little bit on the high side. We could put a car in there with no air conditioning, no radio and stuff like that, and mislead you and get you into the dealership. But that isn't what you want. The majority of our customers want all the goodies. And so that's the way we advertise. We just don't believe in misleading a customer.
If Dan Burns says it, it's so. Dan Burns Oldsmobile, Delray Beach.
Subway bakes my bread up fresh, and that's my way. I get a combo seafood club the best way, my way. Subway, they make my sub in front of me, just the way it ought to be. It's fresh, it's hot, I know I got it. My way, Subway, my way. 'Cause nothing tastes better than Subway, my way. Subway, the sub we make together at Subway.
Well, to the victors go the spoils. And down on the floor of the Hans Martin Schleyer Halle, Bart Connor with a couple of guests. Bart?
Thank you, Barry. I'm joined by Wendy Bruce and Sandy Woolsey, 2 girls in their first major international competition. And what a great event for both of you. First of all, your scores all between 9-7 and 9-8, and a big finish on the nerve-wracking balance beam, Wendy.
Yeah, I had a lot of wobbles on beam, but the score was still good, so I was pleased.
How'd you deal with the pressure of your first major international event? You seem pretty cool out there.
Yeah, surprisingly, I was really relaxed, and I just did my routines like I was in practice. So.
Speaking of the relaxed atmosphere, all of your scores were between 9-8 and 9-9, and a lot of the teammates tell me that you're the one responsible for this sort of casual, relaxed atmosphere for the U.S. team. How do you keep it so loose?
Well, I just relax and try to just do the best job I can and just think about it as workout and smile.
The coaches have talked about trying to keep the relaxed atmosphere in the training sessions. Everybody looked good, but it was tough on Brandy Johnson today.
Yeah, I think it was, and I really felt for her, but I had to keep going.
Well, we appreciate you all both holding up very well in your first major international event. Good luck in the all-around finals in the next round.
Thanks.
Congratulations, both of you.
What do you have?
Give me 2 pizza puffs, chili dog.
Excuse me. Gus.
1 minute.
Sorry.
Give me 2 pizza puffs, a chili dog, a large.
Hey, Lord. Gus, I told you, to be hot dog kings, we need lots of Bud Light. Not Bull Blood?
If you want the one light that outshines them all, ask for Bud Light.
Now what do you think? It's beautiful.
Because everything else is just a light.
Hey, what about my pizza puffs?
More and more people are waking